Good morning, good morning, good morning, good, what the heck? Good morning, good people, fellow humans. And as always, we spell that Huemonds, humans, colorful nuts. And I think that's how we are perceived by the creator. Why is my shirt so cattywampus? Okay, who's beeping me this morning? Who is beeping? Okay, I don't know what that means, but here we are. Today is Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. This is our Christmas wraparound. Once again, we few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he who sheds his blood with me this day shall be my brother. ... Yes, Henry V, St. Crispin's speech. A short but important part of it for those who are warriors. Okay, it's about 6 in the morning. Here we are in southwestern Nevada. Southwestern Nevada. Hard scrabble territory. Sharp elbow, bunk bunk, pistol packing, rootin' tootin' people. The harvest is plenty, the workers are few. So this is a great place to be. And we have a great opportunity to help the people find things to be proud of living here. Instead of focusing on the hard scrabble part, there's the good. Okay, so we've got that today. Also, I'm proud to report, no, I'm not proud to report. Today is day 3 of week 3 in our state pen workbook. Neuroscience approach to success. Day 3. Week 3, we're going to talk more about that. It is how to tell a compelling story, because that's what you need to do. Tell a compelling story. Also, very proud to show, here's the new book, proof copy, which means the almost 300 pages. It's got a good weight, good feel. I think the cover looks okay, other than proof copy, not for distribution. Why? Because I want people to look at it, people who are in the religion business, the spiritual business, and have them give me their thoughts on it. Plus, there's a lot of formatting stuff that needs to be fixed and cleaned up. Yeah, not happy about it. Anyway, here it is. Volume 1 of 4. Yes, it's up to 4 volumes now. First it was 1, then it became 2, then it was, well, we better break it into 3, and now it's 4. It's kind of like you have to detail and document everything you say. For the Bible people, you can't make a statement, you have to back it up with scripture so that it is solid. If you're saying Jesus said this, you got to be able to show, where did Jesus say it? Right? Exactly. Okay, so let's get on with it today. Our topic for today is, what did Jesus say? Okay, that's not because we're going to talk about, we're just going to talk about, put a stake in the ground, bam. Here's the first day. The proof copy of the book was done. The book is available from Lulu Press or lulu.com. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be in here anywhere. But the proof copies are only going to be available for a short time, and then they will be gone. They'll be replaced with the finished version. So if you want a proof copy, lulu.com, lulu.com. All right, okay. So note to self, make sure the book has a way for people to order it. Right. You can always go to our website. Okay, but what did Jesus say? It's here. Yes. Okay, great. Next. How about if we go to advice from an 80-year-old? Give people a second chance and a third, etc. The question is, when do you stop? I think a simple rule of thumb would be, when you discover that they have an unclean spirit, which you cannot drive out. I don't try to drive out unclean spirits. I don't get it, don't know. So that means once I determine that it's an unclean spirit, if I don't determine it to myself, I determine, if I conclude, unclean spirit, I need to walk away. I can't drive it out, and it's not going to change on its own. Walk away. Okay. But for us, give people a second chance and a third chance. That doesn't mean give people with an unclean spirit. The inference is people who are trying to change. Give them a chance. A chance to do good. A chance to act in good faith. All right. Next, Seth Godin. The thing about chess. It's very short. 2 lines. Well, 2 lines in 1 word. In a typical tournament, you don't score any extra points for winning with the fewest number of moves. Quickly isn't the point. In a typical tournament, you don't score any extra points for winning with the fewest number of moves. It's just winning. Quickly isn't the point. The thing about chess, quickly isn't the point. It's not the fewest moves. It's winning. I would say you want to do it in the fewest moves possible, because it reduces the chance that you're going to make a mistake, right? If my strategy is, I'm just going to take every piece on the board, every one of your pieces is going to be my strategy. So the only thing you have left is the king. That's okay, unless I'm not paying attention. I underestimate my prey. That's the actual laws of power number 7 or 8. Never underestimate your prey. If I underestimate my prey, I could end up the prey. I could end up being killed, losing my king. So it's probably a good strategy to win in the fewest number of moves, because it takes away the chance, takes away the possibility of something going wrong. If the game is over and you've won, you don't need to worry about, I made a mistake. All right, next. Daily Stoic, Ryan Holiday's talking about Thermopylae, about the Spartans. How could they do that? And it's because of discipline. Right. Right, you are. Discipline. Discipline. They did what they're trained to do. Okay. This week is called Outside My Skull-Sized Kingdom. This follows Inside My Skull-Sized Kingdom. And last week, in our quest to answer the questions, who am I and why do I behave the way I do, we learned that from our perspective, everything revolves around us. We judge it based on how does it affect me? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? That's our normal, natural state. I am the king of my kingdom, my skull-sized kingdom, very small. I'm the king of that. Everything revolves around me. If it's hot outside, it's based upon my opinion of hot, hunger, all of that stuff is relative to me. Okay? This week, though, and so if I understand that's how I operate, when somebody says go to the store, our immediate thing is from where I am standing right now. I am the center of the universe and I need to get to the store. I'm the most important thing. Okay? That's our normal thing. So if I understand that, if I just know who I am, why I behave the way I do, who I am and why I behave the way I do. Behave the way I do because I think everything revolves around me. Okay, that was last week. This week, it's okay, great. Okay, you could have that belief, but let's add on, though, that to be successful, to act such that everything matters, everything you do matters, and it's service to others, money, times, meaning, and purpose. You can't get a lot of meaning and purpose if you don't have other people in the mix. In fact, the more people you have, the better. That goes back to Yuval Harari in week number 1. Why do humans control the planet? Okay, because we can work cooperatively in large numbers. The key things being large numbers and cooperatively. Whoever can work the most cooperatively in the largest numbers is probably going to win. At least everything else held equal. Ceteris paribus. Okay, next. So this week I look outside my skull-sized kingdom and I notice there's other people out there. Okay, well, it might revolve around me, but there are other people who I can consider to be like objects. They're things that are either in my way or they are tools for me to get what I want. I can take that attitude. It's not really a good long-term strategy because we're not cooperating flexibly. I'm manipulating people or I'm being manipulated. That's not really sustainable when people have choices. Okay, so I look outside my skull-sized kingdom. I see other people who think what? Right. They think the world revolves around them. But I know it revolves around me. But what I need to do is bond. I need to bond with those people. That's what we do when we pray, right? We're trying to bond. We're symbolizing that. So we need to get other people to help us bond with other people. So this week, it's how do we get other people? How do we bond with other people? Monday, we learned from David Logan, the best, easiest way to bond with people is we are tribes. We think we're individuals, but we're social animals. We gather in tribes. There's my team tribe, my church tribe, my color tribe, my this tribe, my that tribe. I mean, a lot of different tribes. So tribes are just people that have similar things in common and they associate together. That's the really simple basic. Okay. We form tribes. So David David Logan says, join a tribe and then nudge it forward. Come on, homie, nudge it forward. Don't push it, don't pull it, nudge it forward. That is leadership. That's getting other people to do what you want. That's management. So that's what David Logan says, join a tribe and nudge it forward. Join a tribe and then put yourself in a position to nudge it forward. Tuesday, we learned from Seth Godin how to nudge it forward. And he's got a 4-step process. 1, find something to change. You get in a tribe, you can't nudge them forward if you don't change something. Find something to change. Find part of the status quo to change. Number 1. Number 2, tell a compelling story. 3, connect the true believers, ignore the non-true believers. 4, lead them. Today we're going to how do you tell a compelling story? How do you tell a compelling story? Simon Sinek. And it comes down to this. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So he has one of those paper flip things, big easel thing. And he has 3 circles, kind of like a target. And the center is why, how, and what. Or it might be why, what, now. Don't have it up. And he's saying most people sell from the outside in. Here's what we do, here's how we do it, here's why we do it. And it's not compelling because the way the brain works, it makes decisions emotionally, not logically. And he'll say, we will say things like, I don't know, do you want to do it now? I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. That's at the core of all decisions, pretty much all decisions, Simon Sinek would say. So we've got to get people to make it feel right. You want to, so they buy things because it feels right. It's the why. It's the why. And Simon Sinek's consulting business, whatever, self-help is find your why. What is your why? Why do you do things? Because people buy why you do things, not what you do, not how you do it. And he uses Apple Computer as an example in their mission statement. And they start with the why, not the what we do. It's not we build computers or cell phones or whatever. It's we are, what did he say? Unique? No, something like that. That we are. Anyway, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So the compelling story starts with why. Why what? Why we need to change the status quo. That's it. Why we need to change the status quo. Not what we're going to change, not how we're going to change the status quo, why we need to change it. And then step 3, connect the true believers, is who's coming with me. We'll see this on Saturday and Sunday with Jerry McGuire. Who's coming with me? That's how you connect the true believers. You ignore the non-true believers. And then you lead them. Right now? Yeah, let's go do it. So why? Why we need to change the status quo. So think about this now. You're going in for a job interview. What's the status quo? You don't work there. What do you want to change? You want to work there. What's the compelling story about? Why we need to change the status quo. Why we need to go from I don't work here to I do work here. That's what you need to get across. It's not what you're going to do. It's not how you're going to do it. It's why they need to change the status quo. We have always taught, novum-u, has always taught a compelling reason is, why should we hire you? Because I am going to make you more money than anyone else applying for this job. That's why. Oh, you got my attention, because I've never heard that before, or I've only heard that from people from novum-u. Most people are like, why should we hire you? Because I'm a hard worker, I'm loyal, I'm a team player, I follow the rules. That's what everybody says. It doesn't mean anything, and it's pretty much not true. Why should we hire you? Because I'm going to make you more money than anyone else. Okay, that's it for time. A lot of stuff to do today. Thank you all for being here. And with that, I'm going to say and cut and Shivas and Shalom.